living campuses that's out south, and they want to do the same thing what he did. So connecting that here in Indianapolis, and then the two sisters in Chicago are working with another gentleman's had 20 years of farming in the city. In the inner city, it's 4 farms, and they would help assist you in that because they're in Chicago.
Oh yeah.
So we're all trying to learn this, go back to the roots in agriculture and grow. And so for like 10 years, I've had my community garden over in what is over there by Butler, behind Butler, the little district.
Oh, Butler Tarkington. Yeah.
So behind there, I've always kind of assisted there. I give myself a B-. I was in the community, but relationships. So, like I always say, a codependent in a relationship. And I know every time I stick my hand in the dirt, I always think I'm just scratching and combing the earth. Yeah. And when I do that, things become more grounded. So that's a big thing for me to, I feel like it's coming my way for a reason. And so they're reaching out to me, and Raul was like, Latin, I want to get certified as a teacher. You say I'm a yogi, then I want to be a teacher. And so just getting, hoping to get him certified so he can do that whole Airbnb and certify people. Yeah. I just want to see all that blossom.
Yeah, that would be super cool. And
when you see this, if you get a chance to go, I feel like it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
you'll be amazed.
There's my vision board.
India.
Right there, right?
Awesome.
So it's on the radar.
Awesome.
My wife, Annie, she went, before we were married, she had gone to Coimbatore, which is in southern India, Tamil region, where
east, west, or
it's south.
Is that further than Mysore?
It's further south than Mysore.
Okay.
And she went to the ashram Sadhguru's set up, and then she went to, he was leading a small group into the Tibet, into the Himalayas, and and up to Kailash.
Oh.
Yeah, so they were at Lake Mansarovar.
Yeah, that's my goal next.
Yeah, and I'm like, and she was there with Sadhguru, and she was like very powerful experience, and since she told me about that trip, I'm like, oh my, I gotta go someday.
Yeah.
And but we've got Nourish Wellness.
Yes.
That's blossomed out of her work as in yoga and community and health, and that's why we have those raised bed organic gardens, and we have a garden in our backyard, and we there's a connection with like feeding the community and spending time, hands in the earth and
earthing. That's a new word now.
Earthing.
Earthing.
Yeah.
Look it up.
And then we got chickens. We get
nice.
So we're vegetarian, but we'll eat eggs. But so there's this, but there's this power of growing food and eating a meal. I don't know how many times this summer we had a lot of times where like 90% of the food on our plate was grown.
Yeah.
In the garden, and
you don't need much.
Yeah.
That's what I was amazed about growing my own food. I was like, I only ate a little, and it went for the whole day.
Well, if you think about prana
yes.
energy,
yes,
and that this wholesome, really fresh food,
yes.
it's packed with nutrition, but there's an energy that comes. Your body doesn't have to work as hard to digest it. Yes. It's food that is made for human consumption.
Exactly.
Not manufactured.
Exactly.
Right. It's just very, like that local farm to table. That's like,
it's a total difference.
It's so fresh. It's so, and, I remind myself and people that before World War II,
mm-hmm.
All farms were organic in America.
Yeah.
Like what we've come into this processed food and this
quick fix and
the manufacturing of our the foods that make us all sick now. But
mm-hmm.
but that's really just a very recent, in the big scheme of things, trend that has happened, and I think that we're seeing a slow reversal back.
It is that is what's happening.
Yeah, and even in India, they got into a lot of trouble with chemical farming, and now there are droughts, and
mm-hmm.
but all little pockets of the world that like we imported our techniques.
I know.
And then
they're like, no more.
Yeah. And so.
Yeah, India now, no more plastic bottles.
I heard that. Yeah.
So they're moving quick. They're not playing.
They aren't. Yeah. And they've got what, 1.2 billion people, right?
Yeah.
Like they got
to move quick.
No messing around. So, well, we could talk all day.
I know.
Clearly, but I don't want to monopolize all your time. But this has been great. I mean, we'll have to do this again for sure as things grow and evolve. I feel like there's a lot of topics we touched on that we could dive deeper into for sure. So in the fall, I know you mentioned before we got on here that in late October, November, like what do you have going on so people can find out what you're up to?
So I'm doing on the yoga journey and healing tour. I'm doing the southern part of United States since I went around, and then I did the West Coast. And so I'm going to be in Montgomery, Alabama on the 27th through November 1st with Nikki and Sean. And then I'm going to head to...
Will you be participating as a participant or leading some yoga for the program?
I'll be a participant, but I don't know.
Yeah.
We never know. So I'll be a participant right now, observing.
Do you want to elaborate on that program?
So the program is so basically Sean Corn does the Off the Mat into the World, educating people to get off their mats and spend your money in some wise places that help for missions and help people instead of helping yourself. And then I believe that they brought it to the United States so people can be conscious and aware about the incidents that had happened during the civil rights down in Montgomery. And so it's for anyone that wants to take the program to learn and come see some of the what they call it, memorial, like the historically relevant sites and memorials. Yeah. And go visit those areas and get educated and do yoga and do some eating and collaborating. And I don't know what the overall goal is, but I know that that a lot of my yogi friends, sister friends, are going to be there, and I'm curious to see Sean and Nikki collaborate and put it together. There's some other, 2 other facilitators are going to be there, so this will be something interesting for me to be a student again, to learn and get ideas for just whatever it is that I'm doing. I learn from them a lot, and then I'll be in Birmingham, Alabama to help my Kemetic yoga sister and Thai sister. We're going to do a pop-up. So we're going to do some type of Thai yoga fun pop-up because she went down there and there's not really much yoga down there. So she's doing really well down there.
Oh, good.
And so I just kind of want to visit her and check on her mom and see how she's doing. And then I'm going to take a bus and go down into Atlanta. And then I'm going to see Marcia Shackelford, which is, she's from Indianapolis. Mm-hmm. She's doing great things with Koya Webb, which is a Black yoga teacher in LA. Okay. She's an international yoga teacher and runs all these worldwide retreats. Yeah. I've seen she.
Yeah, I think I saw her at the Yoga Journal conference years ago or something.
Yeah. So she's Marcia. She knows Marcia. So I want to go down there and kind of give her some hugs and love. And she's doing some powerful stuff down there as a new yogi and a new Thai therapist, and just want to encourage her. And then I'm going to see Anna Hawk. Anna Hawk, she's a Kemetic yoga teacher. You've seen maybe her on some of the Kemetic CDs. She's the first one that came up with a Kemetic CD. Okay. One of the original pioneer teachers of Brother Yassar from Chicago, the creator of Kemetic yoga. So I'm going to go down there and visit them, and just we're collaborating right now, a pop-up. For Atlanta as I come down there, and then I don't know where I'm going from there. I'm going to kind of cut through Dallas a little bit too. And then I'm going to come back to Indianapolis, and then for the winter, my whole goal is basically for the past year and a half is to stay in the sun as much as possible. Because being in the Midwest, being here in Indianapolis for over 40 plus years, I'm 46, and I've been wanting sun, so I want to try to get 12 months of sun as I can. So I'm shifting away from the winter. So as the winter comes, I kind of move away from Indianapolis, and then I kind of come back into for my healing. I think I have seasonal disorder. And so I'm trying to heal that. And heal some of that dark depression that I had from my childhood. And so that's why I'm a student now, and working just a little bit on particular clients, not doing too much. And that's where I'm at.
All right.
Well,
you've got exciting things going on for sure. And I'll make sure in our podcast notes and things, we got your Facebook, your Instagram, your YouTube channel, YogiLatin, for those of you who want to get a jump on it. And that will, this will probably air in October, early. And it's just been a pleasure.
Thank you for letting me talk.
Well, anytime.
I've been wanting to get this out for years.
Well, now it is done.
Thank you.
And thank you to our audience out there. We appreciate you listening and sharing the podcast with friends and family. You can rate us. You can leave comments. And that just helps us keep it going. So again, thank you to all, and thank you to Latin.
Thank you.
And until next time, namaste.
Namaskar.
Thank you for listening to The Yoga Voice, brought to you by City Yoga, School of Yoga and Health, where we are committed to exploring how yoga inspires and transforms. Find out more at www.cityyoga.biz. That's CITYOGA.biz. Special thanks to our producer, Brian Sims, for his audio expertise.